Hey guys, Alex here with this cob house. Today I want to talk about building codes and permits for a cob home or any kind of cob structure. This is probably one of the biggest stumbling blocks and most often asked questions that I get is how to build a cob home and get it permitted, or how to somehow find a loophole around the building codes. So there's two or three options here when it comes to building a cob home. You can either go the route of finding a county that has very relaxed or no building codes, or going under the radar and just not informing your building department. These are available options. A lot of people have done these things in the past, and a lot of very productive learning and projects has come out of these experiences. But I'd like to focus more on the second approach. I think is a better approach for most people, unless you want to build something very small, size of a shed or smaller, or some sort of outbuilding or utility building that just doesn't require a permit. This might not apply to you. But if you want to build a cob home for you to live in, or for your family to live in, or some sort of cob structure that has some sort of use for it other than just maybe storage, let's talk about this now. So if you want to build a cob home and get a permit for that cob home, there's a lot to know, and a lot is still being figured out. I don't have all the answers yet. I'm still in the learning process with this myself on my own projects, but I've learned a lot about this in the past year or two, especially since the development of the cob code as part of the 2021 IRC, or International Residential Code. And I've learned a lot about the cob code from members who were part of the team that wrote the code, specifically Anthony Dente of Verdant Structural Engineers and architect Martin Hammer. So they've been a great help in this, and I apologize to you all if I get anything wrong, the details you've shared with me, but I want to share with the audience here what I've learned so far, and it's a lot. Maybe I'll forget a couple points here during the video, but you want to, first of all, I'd say if you want to build a cob home, determine a county that is going to be open to working with you. So you might have a choice at this point. You might want to go buy some land and build your cob home on that land, or you might already own some land somewhere and you have to figure out whether you're going to be able to do it there. I would say technically you can build a cob home anywhere at this point, since we have a cob code and engineers available to help you. Sometimes it seems like it might just come down to what your county building department is open to accepting, but in the majority of cases they will. Every once in a while I've heard that they'll throw out a case for a new style of building just because usually it's just due to the lack of, they're just too lazy or something like that. But that's kind of the rare occasion, so I wouldn't go into this expecting that. Expect them to work with you if you provide what they need. So find a county that, just talk to them, especially before you buy land. Talk to them and tell them at least the basics of what you want to do. And I'd say the main thing is try to get to know them if you can and befriend them. You want to try to work with them, and honestly most of them are trying to be cooperative with you. So once you've found a county that you think will work for you on all the different levels for you. You want to determine if that county has the updated building code, specifically in this case the 2021 IRC, and if they have the Cobb Code appendix for that 2021 IRC. Now, it's a little complicated, so if they do have that updated code and the Cobb Code, you're probably all set and you don't have much to worry about at all. Right now it's still a little early in the game. Most places in the US probably don't have that updated code yet, so we're going to go to Plan B here. And Plan B is not anything crazy. It can cost you an extra bit of money because you're going to need an engineer. You're going to need an engineer stamp if your county has not yet accepted the 2021 IRC and Cobb Code. Okay, so I think the best plan of action is to find an engineer that understands the Cobb Code and is willing to stamp off your building design. So you want to find an engineer that can do this and that can talk to your county building department and sort of be like the middleman with them. And you want to work with your engineer, come up with your designs, and then all the supporting data and information, such as the 2021 IRC Cobb Code. You're going to give that to your building department, along with, and I think this might be one of the keys, is the 2018 IBC, or International Building Code, Alternative Materials and Methods Code. So I think that's the trio as far as I'm understanding right now. If you use these things, these resources, you can pretty much get a Cobb home built anywhere in the United States. You basically are just adding on the engineering fee to do this. So find an engineer, send me a message if you need help with that. I have one great resource. I'm not sure if I should give the name and the details on that publicly to everybody on the internet right now. I'll have to check. But you can private message me if you need help with that, or set up a call with me. We can talk more about these details. So get your engineer to work with, get the supporting data, IRC, IBC, alternative materials and methods, and then you're going to package all this stuff up very professionally and then hand it over to your local building department and inspectors, and they should approve it and you should be good to go. There might be some more to this process. I'm still learning, and I've yet to actually start my permitted Cobb home here yet, but this is looking like it's probably going to be the way to go for most people currently until that 2021 IRC gets accepted in more counties and states, etc. So I hope this video was helpful. I know it's a lot of kind of confusing stuff to wade through. It really has been for me over the years, trying to figure all this stuff out. So yeah, hope it was helpful. If you want to learn how to build a modern Cobb home built to code, then come out to one of my classes. We cover a lot of this in detail, and I'm going to show you how to build your own. And then once you know how, you just follow these procedures I just talked about, and you can pretty much build a Cobb home wherever you like, whether it's rural, suburban, or urban. So if you have questions, leave them in the comment section below. You can private message me, and I have a link to my upcoming workshops below as well. Thanks for watching.